Hi Chelsea fans, Chels Daft here with another of the news videos, and this was quite a big one today, following on from my Mason Mount video that went out yesterday. Today we're going to be talking about England, Reece James getting sent off, Mason Mount's appearance and Andreas Christensen in the England-Denmark game where Denmark beat England 1-0. Reports from Toni Rudiger, who's determined to fight for his place, which is really good to hear. A comparison on Declan Rice and N'Golo Kante, which is interesting, and reports of a move in the window for Erling Haaland. Let's get cracking. So guys, as you would have seen last night, England lost to Denmark 1-0, having gone down to 10 men after the half-hour mark when Harry Maguire was sent off for a second yellow card. Literally, a couple of minutes later, Denmark were ordered a penalty, which Christian Eriksen stepped up, scored. So England were up against it. Reece James sent off after the game for foul and abusive language. It was a tough day for England. It started off well, they were dominating. Denmark were very defensively resolute. Andreas Christensen played 45 minutes, got himself booked against Harry Kane, but did okay. And England sort of struggled really to try and break them down and just find those moments. For the moment they went down to 10 men, England was struggling. They would set themselves up in a 4-4-1 formation with Mason Mount asked to play as a right winger. And as you can imagine, didn't really get involved much or as much as he would have wanted to in the attacking formation. He was part of a three-man midfield with licence to roam, with the two wing-backs being Maitland-Niles and Reece James, and a three-man defence with two up top. He was eventually substituted late in the game for Jadon Sancho, and it was understandable because things just worked against us. I actually thought Reece James had a good game. I thought he had a good solid game, got himself booked. Apart from that, I actually thought he was decent. I thought he offered us plenty, put some great balls in the box which no one followed up on. But it's just a shame that he got sent off after the final whistle for the foul and abusive language on his full debut. Hopefully that doesn't put a blot on his future in the team going forward, but it was good to see the actual performance on the pitch was good. So to Toni Rudiger, and we've been reading all sorts about the fact he wanted to go, he wanted to get out of Chelsea because he couldn't see any involvement this season, having not even featured in any of the games so far. And we'd heard from the Joachim Löw, the German national coach, saying that he tried everything to leave the club. So it's interesting to see an interview that he's posted up or he conducted with The Athletic, and it's quite interesting because he opens up on the situation regarding up to the window and moving forward, and he's determined to stay and fight, and he was not prepared to pack it all in at Chelsea. He says this: "The club didn't tell me that it was absolutely necessary for me to find a new club, and that they definitely didn't have me in their plans the next few months. I also turned down one or two options myself. I wasn't prepared to pack it all in, and simply because I've been left out a few times. I enjoy living in London and I like being at Chelsea. Naturally, I looked at a couple of options in the 2 weeks before the end of the window. There was a possibility of a loan deal in order for me to get more game time. Due to many different reasons and the shortage of time, nothing materialised in the end. It is what it is now, and I will accept it for the time being and try to show myself in every training session. We are in many different competitions. It's 2 games per week, all the way from now. Sometimes in football, things can change very quickly. That's why I continue to give my best every day and try to convince the manager." That's good that he's determined to work hard and get his head down. And that's all you can ask for in a player. If he does that, no complaints about his attitude and his training, and he still can't get in, then you understand if the window comes along in the winter and he wants to leave. But for Rudiger, he's determined to stay and fight, and he wasn't prepared to pack it all in, and that's great to hear. So there's been some big videos out this week. Obviously the one on Mason Mount and the hatred he's receiving was out yesterday. And another topic of conversation this week has been Darren Bent on TalkSport and the comparison that he's made between N'Golo Kante and Declan Rice, where he sees Declan Rice as an upgrade on N'Golo Kante. And I wanted you guys just to listen to what he's saying and then let me know what you think, if you agree with him. I personally don't believe that it's an upgrade. I think N'Golo Kante is N'Golo Kante and the best in the world in that position. But he's raised a point about the position that he's playing, and I just want your opinions. He said this: N'Golo Kante has been a superb footballer and is still a great footballer. He's won the Premier League with Leicester, went to Chelsea, won the Premier League and won the World Cup in 2018. But I just think over the past season and a half, he's not played that role we know he's so good at for whatever reason. Maybe Maurizio Sarri was onto something because he said he wasn't quick enough in possession, so he didn't play there. And he's talking about just in front of the back four. Sarri got absolutely killed for not playing him there, but Frank Lampard has come in and done the same thing, and no one has really said anything. For me, I think Declan Rice would be an upgrade, not only because he's a player that can play that role really, really well. He can get about the pitch, he's got good energy and can read the game, but he can also drop into centre half. So that's two positions he can play in. For someone like Kante, he's been superb, but we've not seen him play the role over the past season and a half. So if they sell Kante and bring in Rice, I'm all for that. And I just wondered if you guys agree with it. Is he got a point about Kante and his position? Bearing in mind it's only the beginning of the season, only a couple of games in, but he has been playing more central, Kante, especially if we're going to adopt this 4-2-3-1 formation, which we all believe he will. He'll be playing much more central alongside Jorginho or Mateo Kovacic, so he will have a more accustomed and more suited role rather than the box-to-box in a 4-3-3. Do you think Declan Rice is an upgrade on N'Golo Kante? Post your comments in the comments section below. And finally, to this report that appeared yesterday in The Sun, Chelsea plot Erling Haaland transfer chase next summer as the Blues look to build Lampard's dream frontline. Can you believe this? There's reports that Erling Haaland has a £63 million release fee clause in his contract at Dortmund. Why on earth would they do that for that amount of money when it could have been 150 million? And you can imagine, bearing in mind the impact he's made at Dortmund since he's gone there, after making an impact previously which got everyone's attention, this guy's going to be hunted in the summer. You can imagine the likes of Man U, Barcelona, Real Madrid, that sort of people, Juve, the big names, Munich for example, the big names in Europe are going to want to try and sign him, and Chelsea are going to have competition to try and get the deal done. 63 million for Erling Haaland. I'd take that all day long, would you? So guys, that's it for me for the Chelsea news update today on Thursday the 15th of October. If you've enjoyed the video, smash the like button for me, then subscribe to the channel, but make sure you hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss my videos come out, which is pretty much daily. Maybe the odd day on the weekend I don't produce, but you get the idea. Let me know what you think about anything discussed. Any comments you want to make, put in the comments section below. I love to read all of them. Thank you so much for watching and your time. Have a good day. See you all tomorrow.